Okay, so we have the compact integrated system here, and one of the things we want to talk about is just the field of view and the difference of field of view between the optics. And this particular variable zoom optic we have is called our N7 lens, and it's a very versatile lens. It provides a wide field of view range while also being able to drill into a lot of detail. So here I have the lens zoomed all the way in on a particular component on a board. And so I'm just gonna take the board off and put a scale underneath here. And these are in millimeters. So you can see here the field of view that I'm looking at is just about 11 millimeters. I'm gonna go ahead and stop down that aperture a little bit to control the glare. But now, just by control of the zoom ring, I'm going to go ahead and zoom all the way out on this, and I'm going to pick up all the way to a little bit over 60 millimeters right here. Now, what's really nice about the N7 lens, if I need a larger field of view than that, this particular lens has a macro attachment to it. So what I'm going to do is just remove the ring light. I'm going to take this ring light off, and I'm going to go ahead and open up the aperture, and you'll be able to see that the performance, this is a very fast lens, and so the performance and the light sensitivity is really great. So all I'm using is ambient light right now. And I'm gonna go ahead and thread off this macro lens. And then simply by changing the working distance, I'm gonna pull this all the way over to the edge of the table. And once I get off the edge of that table, I'm gonna go ahead and get this ruler into focus. Here I am at a little bit over 150 millimeters. So if I was in an application where I had to image an object that was large, I can do so just by taking off this macro lens and increasing the working distance. So this particular, actually this will focus all the way up to infinity the farther down that I go. So this is just an example of the versatility of this lens, and as I change the working distance, then I simply have to make an adjustment on the focus ring, and I can change the magnification through this zoom function. Right now I'm in full screen mode, which is an F1 function, and I can escape out of that and get back into the primary spec finder window and software. And then if I want to put that lens back on, I simply position the unit over whatever background that I want. I take the macro lens, thread that back on to the primary optic, and then I can reattach my ring light very simply. There are just 3 thumb screws that attach right onto that macro lens. And then I have a very simple power connector that plugs directly into the spec finder, and then I have a cable that attaches directly into the spec finder system to read the software, and I can put that, it's a PS2 connection, directly into the ring light, and then turn the light on or off and make my aperture adjustments right here. And then I can put the object that I'm inspecting right back onto the system or in the field of view. and then control my focus, my zoom, and my lighting. The N7 lens is a very versatile lens with a wide range of field of view and also very powerful in terms of magnification. This is our integrated compact system, and a lot of people ask, where's the computer? Well, the computer is actually embedded. It's a single board computer that's embedded in the head of the system itself. And what's nice about the integrated system is that not only does it integrate the optic, the lighting, and the camera, but it also integrates the computer. So this entire system is networkable. I could output to a separate monitor if I wanted. So I'm going to go ahead and then just open up the SpecFinder Premier software. And we're looking at this particular example. We're going to be looking at a PC board, and this can be used in inspection, quality control. It can be for an operator. And this is designed to be a compact system for single operator use. And this particular mounting that we have is on a 27-inch articulating arm. We also have other mounting solutions that are available depending on whatever your workstation needs are. So here, just opening up the system. As you can see, it's very easy. It's a direct line of sight viewing. And what I'm going to show is how to actually hook up a separate monitor to this. So I've got a monitor in the background. This is just a VGA connection, but this is not required. This is only if you want separate viewing. For example, sometimes a supervisor may want to walk by and look at what an operator is doing, or maybe they're looking from a little bit of a distance. So this just allows the user to be able to hook up to a separate monitor. And but that's not the computer. The computer is embedded here, and the operating system that the SpecFinder works in is Windows 7. So it's a fully integrated system. So the SpecFinder system comes with a keyboard and mouse. They're both wireless. There are 3 USB ports. So we plug in the wireless receiver from the keyboard and mouse into one of those ports, and there's 2 other ports available. If you want to plug in a flash drive, there's a 64 gigabyte hard drive actually embedded within the head as well. If you want more data storage than 64 gigabyte, since it is USB, you could plug in an external hard drive. You could have up to a terabyte or whatever your particular capacity that you want. So the SpecFinder is very versatile, and you treat it like a computer. That's how the system is designed, and that's how it operates.